evening all. It is an honor to introduce Dr. Vidyanath Jha. He's from my place, Bihar. I'm also from Bihar. And sir, he is an ex-professor of botany and ex-principal of MLSM College, Darbhanga. He has done quite a lot of work, research, more than 150 research papers and 200 articles he has uh, published, and he has worked mostly in the field of Makhana and aquatic ecosystem. He is the recipient of Lifetime Achievement Award. He is the recipient of Bihar Gaurav from and Lifetime Achievement Award from Society of Life Sciences. He has been actively involved into some grassroots, conservations. He has participated in, which is Talab Bachao Abhiyan, Save Ponds movement, and Nadi Satyagraha Andolan movement also. So we are so privileged to have you, sir, here in this Wow Action Forum, and you can present your thoughts, and we are seeking to having some advices from you, and then the floor is open for all the questions and queries, whatever want to some people want to ask you or share something, sir. We can see your screen, sir. So if you can just put on slide, so.
Yes, should I start?
Yes, sir. Please, sir.
Yes. At the outset, my greetings to everybody who is here. My topic is Makhana, the magic crop, a low water footprint, no chemical option. I have been working on this plant for over 4 to 5 decades now. Next one. And the very first slide shows a recent event at Dr. Rajendra Prasad Central Agricultural University, where third center of Makhana, center of excellence, has been allotted to this in Central University for work in this Makhana field of Makhana. Ramnath Thakurji, who is the Minister of the State for Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Then Prabhat Kumarji is here. Vice Chancellor of that university is here. Director of Research is here. So very recently, this program was held at Pusa, Bihar, where the university is housed. And you can see the enthusiasm that is there on their faces. Next one. Makhana, I think all of you must be knowing. Coincidentally, it is an aquatic crop, but is considered to be one of the panch mevas, that is auspicious dry fruit. Makhana, an aquatic crop grown in Mithila wetlands, has emerged as a significant immunobooster crop during the COVID-19 times. In this age of liberalization, any product worth its potential cannot remain unnoticed for a longer time. It is in this context that Makhana has come out of the label of an orphan crop and is fast gaining its place among the natural immunoboosters, more so during the COVID pandemic that has taken a toll of more than 40 lakhs people globally. Next one. So it was during COVID that Makhana came to limelight. The crop is known for its high quality protein, as evidenced by higher essential amino acid index and high chemical score. It is almost fatless, and as such is in high demand from those suffering from obesity. It has about 70% carbohydrate and one of the smallest starch dimensions, belonging to 1 to 3 to 5 mu. It is a repository of minerals. The Manipuri cuisine, Thangjing Iromba, uses its raw parts, and the same practice needs to be adopted in Mithila area as well. A Central Drug Research Institute study found it having immunoral property much before COVID came to us. Next one. Of late, the cultivation is being preferred over jute and paddy in the eastern region of the state. Farmers are getting attracted towards raising the area under its cultivation, and very recently, GI tag has also been granted to it. So earlier, the wetlands were used for jute, processing of jute, rating of the fibers, and this was an area of jute also. Now, there in those areas also, Makhana is being cultivated. A recent research in China speaks of the development of spineless variety of the crop that could revolutionize the scenario with reference to its cultivation. Two improved varieties of the crop, Swarn Baidehi and Sabor Makhana 1, have been developed by National Research Center for Makhana Darbhanga and Bhola Pashwan Shastri Agriculture College Purnia under Bihar Agriculture University Sabor, respectively. All efforts are being made to raise the crop production as well as productivity. Next one. There is a need to upgrade the status of research center of Makhana. Yes, it has already been upgraded. Its national status has been restored. The issue has been raised in parliament also. Other aquatic plants like Trapa, Nelambo, Nymphia, Chinoplectiella, Cyperus, Ipomia, Asteracantha, Ortelia. These are the various plants growing indigenously in the wetlands of this area. They also need to be brought under its purview. These plants also need to be recognized. Then these are the edible pops of Makhana as sold in the market. This is Makhana, what is known to the rest of the world. Those most of the people, even our internet or this is full of references that Makhana pops are the product of lotus. But this is misleading information. Makhana is a separate plant known as Urel ferox botanically, based on the Greek goddess named Urel, that has a very frightening appearance. So Makhana plant also has a fearsome or frightening appearance, full of spines all over the body. One cannot even dare touch the leaves. Or next one. In field condition, this Urel ferox plant looks like this. You can see, just to see how leathery the texture is, and the spines are visible from above. You can see it in field condition. Urel ferox shows like this. Next one. Yes, Makhana crop facing the dearth of water. Plants on the margin have started drying. So this is the situation. The only limiting factor, the first primary limiting factor with Makhana is the availability of water. It is a completely water crop. You can see the situation. When there is dearth of water, this situation is there. Next one. Water, a limiting factor in Makhana cultivation. You can see water is being pumped in from outside through pipes, plastic pipes. Next one. Makhana plants being tipped for transplantation. Now, both the methods are adopted for Makhana cultivation. One is through seeds, and a Makhana wetland or the Makhana water body where Makhana has been uh, cultivated for years. There is no need of broadcasting the seeds afresh. It is the seeds left over at the bottom that germinate and give rise to the new crop. And here, the very thick, dense Makhana plants are being tipped. They are to be removed from there for plantation outside. So both the methods are there. Seed broadcasting method is there, and also the transplantation of seedlings is also there. Now these are the plantlets are being tipped for transplantation. Yes, next one. These are the centers for Makhana research. This is Makhana Research Center, National Research Center for Makhana at under ICAR setup at Darbhanga. Next one. Attempts are being made to introduce Makhana as a crop in the non-traditional waterlogged areas of both within and outside the state. There is a large area under inundation in districts like Gopalganj, Siwan, Muzaffarpur, Vaishali, etc. The crop has been introduced in the states UP, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh. Introduction even in Assam. Introduction to new areas could be done either through seeds or through transplantation. Fishing community of Mithila region could be hired to train local Makhana producers in its cultivation, harvest, and post-harvest operations. Yes, this is a major factor because it is the indigenous fishing community of Mithila, mostly belonging to the Banpar subcaste. Through generations, this subcaste of Malahaj fishing community, they have been involved traditionally through generations. But in view of the fact that they are in high demand in every state wherever Makhana is being grown, so this is a point to ponder. Next one. Makhana garlands are becoming popular as wedding garlands in cities outside Bihar. Makhana pops are mistakenly construed as a product of seeds of lotus, that is Nelumbo nucifera. That is untrue. It is also a coincidence that makhana, one of the panchamevas, I have already told, five auspicious dry fruits, is the product of an aquatic fruit. Next one. Makhana is gluten-free and as such could be preferred by those suffering from its allergy. Then recently a compound that is HBAC, hydroxybethylenic acid beta caprylate, has been recently reported from this plant as an anti-diabetic compound. So advancements are there in these fields also. That's why makhana is known to have anti-diabetic properties also. Next one. Yes, I am showing you Manipuri Thangjing cuisines. You can see these photographs have been procured from Manipur. And the Ima market there, the women there in the Ima market, they procure the makhana fruits and other items and they sell it. And various cuisines are also prepared, like iramba, chutney, something like that, salad, etc., etc. Next one. Yes, Thangjing Iromba, a Manipuri cuisine. You can see how the seeds are there, and they must have developed a method to crack the seeds, hard seeds, and then enjoy it, the inner portion, the starchy portion. Next one.
Recording in progress.
Thangjing Singju, a Manipuri salad cuisine. You can see how the related seeds are there. You can see they are consumed, must have developed a method, an intricate method for this type of consumption. Next one. Yes, I want to show you how a professor of Hebrew University, Israel, she, professor of archaeology, she had an occasion to come straight away to Darbhanga. She found some seeds, nuts, including those of makhana. Makhana is also known as gorgon nut. Gorgon nut. It is also called as fox nut. Recently, a new term, black nut, has been uh, yes. Professor Nama Goren Inbar of the Institute of Archaeology, Hebrew University of Jerusalem, Israel, made a visit to Darbhanga in September 2011 to know the details of the cultivation and utilization processes of gorgon nut. Her visit was in light of the fossils of two aquatic nuts, including makhana and singhara, that is chestnut, water chestnut, along with five other terrestrial nuts, having been discovered from the Apulian site of Jesher Benot Yaqub, along with hammers and anvils, dating back to the early Middle Pleistocene. So she had an inquisition to see with her own eyes how people are using it and how the prehistoric people would have done it. So with this inquisition, she came to Darbhanga, and I had an occasion to show her in the entire process. She got satisfied and went back, and a very good paper was published in the journal Science. Next one. Yes, one single plant of Eudel ferox having seven mature, two decaying, and one unfolding leaf. Now, this is not an ideal situation when it is no other plant is there. One single plant has been allowed unhindered space for expansion. So then this is the case. Otherwise, most of them, three, four, five leaves are enough when under crop situation, crop condition. Next one. The distribution of makhana in India and Bihar. You can see in from in the entire uh, terrain, hilly terrain of Himalayas, starting from the northwestern lakes of Kashmir, temperate lakes of Kashmir, up to the lakes of Manipur. Makhana is available in wild form, and it is only the about 10 districts of Bihar, North Bihar, in the Mithila region, that is Madhubani and Darbhanga in Darbhanga division, then Saharsa, Supaul and Madhepura in Koshi division, and then Purnia, Katihar, Araria and Kishanganj in Purnia division. These are 8 to 10 districts are there where its cultivation is localized. The intricate process of cultivation done by the Mallah community. So this is the traditional area, and the adjoining areas of Nepal, Tarai, certain districts in between Koshi and Bagmati rivers, and then Harishchandrapur area of West Bengal. There also it is being cultivated. So these are the areas where makhana is cultivated, but its wide form is available from northwestern temperate lakes of Kashmir up to the Loktak and other lakes of Manipur, where it is known as Thangjing. In Assam, it is known as Nikhori. In Kashmiri, it is known as Juar. So there are separate names, individual names, uh, all through the country. Next one. Why is Makhana so important? Ural ferox, which gives us Makhana, has a unique biology. It has a great food value, tremendous nutritional significance. It possesses therapeutic importance. Makhana transforms the curse of waterlogging into a lucrative business. It possesses biotechnological significance. It has industrial significance. It may be used as an effective drug delivery system, just like this palm betel leaves. This is one of the important criterion with it. Makhana cultivation permits symbiotic growth of certain fishes and enriches soil for other crops, including barsim, wheat, lentil, gram, etc. It addresses social issues also, because thousands of members of the fishing community, both men and women, they remain outside under unhygienic conditions. So this is the social issue also. It deals with religious and cultural rituals, oblations from birth to death. Yes, next one. Ural ferox plant in young stage, you can see there are four different shapes that the leaf that the this plant assumes. Next one. Photograph. This is yes. This is photograph of a Rajokhar poker in between Ratanpur and Brahmpur villages in Jale city block of Darbhanga district. Now this is one of the biggest tanks in this area. These tanks are famous by the name of Rajokhar. There was a king called Shiv Singh who, during the time of famine, used to get excavated a number of big tanks. Now these tanks earlier were repositories of other aquatic plants, not Makhana. But since Makhana has now become an economic crop, all these big tanks now are in a dilapidated stage. Their depth has come down, and Makhana can grow even 1 to 5 feet water, 4 to 5 feet water. So this is the situation. The depth has receded, water depth, and but one thing is that some open area is left either in the middle or on the side margins in order to facilitate the combined cultivation of water breathing fishes also, because normally Makhana water bodies they are very rich in detritus, because nothing except seed is taken out. Only raw seeds are taken out. All other parts, plant parts, are allowed. They are just extricated, cut, and allowed to just go up to the bottom. That way, the muck is very rich and very rich for detritivorous fishes that are also air breathing, like singhi, mangur, kabai, ganchi, etc., etc. So now traditionally, these Makhana water bodies, they are the typical habitat of air-breathing fishes, black fishes. But now, in order to meet the demand of protein, uh, just fish protein, so this trial is also being made with water-breathing fishes. So this is the situation that is developing. Makhana, protein-rich food, fish, protein-rich food. So this is the situation that has developed in 2 to 3 decades now. This monotypic genus has a discontinuous distribution in freshwater pools of northern India, northwest temperate lakes of Kashmir, and northeast Himalayas in states like Bihar, Assam, Odisha, West Bengal, including Bangladesh, Tripura, Manipur. So these are the areas. Uh, and this is, incidentally, it is called as a monotypic genus. Those who might be having some background of botany, monotypic means it has now got a single genus. Urale is a single genus now, but it doesn't mean that there are no fossils. A number of fossil species of Urale have been obtained from various countries of Europe. So this is another aspect. Next one. Yes, you can see the closely allied genus, not genus. The closely allied genus of Urale is Victoria. You can see the leaves of Victoria, how upturned margins are there, even during the mature stage of the plant. And Makhana also, Urale ferox also does have these upturned leaves during initial stage, but later on the leaves fall flat on the surface of the water. So these are the two closely allied genera of the family Uralaceae. Now the big family Nymphaceae, that includes Nelumbo, that includes other species of Nymphia, various species of Nymphia. So now this family has been divided into three subfamilies, and Nymphaceae is already there. Nelumbo has been taken out of the family Nymphaceae. It has been assigned a separate status of a family level, that is Nelumbonaceae, and Uralaceae now includes Victoria and Ural. So this is the situation. Those who have not seen Ural ferox plants with their own eyes generally mistake it as a product of lotus. You can see how lotus looks like. Lotus is this plant because it is found almost everywhere. So those who have not seen Makhana plants with their own eyes, now they take it mistakenly as a product of lotus. Yes, methods of Makhana production. Cultivation is either in water bodies of 4 to 5 feet depth or in field with 1 feet water. Now, recently, even 1 to 1.5 feet of water is sufficient for Makhana cultivation. And now, in this age of climate change and global warming, the amount of the availability of water has receded. So, farmers, they have taken up this vocation of cultivating Makhana even in 1.5 to 2 feet water. Makhana grows in a stagnant water system, even in rivers when their water stagnate after rainy season. So it is a crop that grows in stagnant water system. Next one, field system. This is widely practiced in both the districts. In this process, Makhana cultivation is carried out in agricultural fields with depth of 1 to 2 feet water. This is a comparatively easier to pond system, and the residue can be used for the next field crop. The Makhana seeds are first grown in pond or in any stagnant water body and then transplanted in the main field. Some farmers in our area are told that they do not grow seeds in the pond, they directly sow them in field. This process starts from third week of February, and transplanting is done in till third week of April. So right now, this transplantation is being done. I will show you some other slides. Next one. Makhana has a good quality of protein and starch and is almost fatless. It is a good source of micronutrients. It is used for curing a number of human ailments. Thus, it could be held as a significant nutraceutical. The point is that it is almost fatless. No fat is there. So it is in high demand in countries where the problem of obesity is much more. So if there is if we go to those countries with this highlighting this property of being fatless in the case of Makhana, then I think the demand would increase further and further. Next one. Yes, Makhana-based integrated aquaculture. I have already discussed it. You can see on the right side, there is a big tank, and open space has been left in the middle, and the cycle on the left side shows seedling of carp. Carp seedlings are just uh, entered into the water body, and then air-breathing fish, as I have already discussed, that is there naturally in these ponds. So this situation is being practiced on a wider scale now. Next one. Yes, Detritivores air-breathing fishes. You can see uh, on the left side, you can see Singhi is there, Kawai is there, Mangur is there, and on the right side, there are just culture fishes. Next one. Yes. Wow. Now, one significant thing is that Makhana, that is Ural ferox, that belongs to family Nymphaceae, has got a character of both dicots and monocots. Those interested in evolution may find the plant very interesting in the sense that it has got uh, an evolutionary inquisition associated with it. You can see there are three sepals, 1, 2, 3, and I will show you the flowers, which have got four sepals. Next one. Yes, you can see here in this photograph, this is a casmogamous flower. Casmogamous means the flower that comes above the water surface. And you can see here coming out after piercing the mature leaves. And earlier I showed you the flowers with three sepals. And here, then there are nutritional properties of makhana. As I have already said, that it has got a very good quality protein. The amount is about 10%, but so far as essential amino acid index is concerned, it is about 90, and is comparable with fish, mutton also. It has got a calorific value of 362 and 328 in pop as well as in raw form. Then other parameters are also there. Uh, Starch quality is very good, of a very minute size, and some other properties are also there. Next one. Patents granted on urea phosphate. A number of patents have been granted on kheer mix, then storage edible food material from kernels, then a mechanical system for popping and decortication of makhana seeds, then anti-allergic properties of ural ferox. They have also got this patent. Then herbal composition to treat airway inflammation like allergic conjunctivitis, then calorigenic protein processing promoter, uh, then non-fried instant noodles. Various patents have been obtained in various countries on different properties of makhana also. A ready-to-mix kheer has been developed by CFET, Central Institute of Post-Harvest Engineering and Technology, Ludhiana. Uh, Dr. S.N. Jha, who is presently the Deputy Director General of ICAR, Agriculture Engineering, he has done monumental work along with Dr. Rajesh Vishwakarma in developing machines for almost all stages, about 12 machines for just transplantation, not transplantation as such, just collection of this harvesting of seeds from the pond bottom, and then grading of raw seeds, grading of pops, then other processes also. So I think almost complete mechanization of the makhana process, cultivation as well as processing, it has been done. It is being popularized. Entrepreneurs, they are making investment in production of machines also, usage also. So this is a good development so far as development of makhana industry is concerned. Yes. Now I am coming to the uh, harvest process. You can see how big a big bamboo appliance, that this is called oka. It is being used by at least three fishermen. Three fishermen. They are doing the business of this harvest of makhana seeds from the pond bottom. Next one. We have another appliance, a bamboo appliance called ganj. It is separate. It is used by singly. Seeds collected from pond bottom along with the bamboo appliance called ganj. One person can handle it. Auka is handled by at least three persons, and this is handled singly. Now this ganj is size differs. This ganj is used singly by a single fisherman for harvest of fish also. Yes, next one. Next one. Yes. Floatability of arylated seeds, pops, seed powder, and seed coat. You can see here. Makhana pops, they do not go to the bottom of the just uh, Bartan very easily. It has to be stirred and stirred and stirred. Pressure has to be applied to facilitate its soaking in the medium in which it has been done. So this is the property of floatability of related seeds. Now next one. You now you just see. Now this property floatability has been developed, has been used for developing effervescent matrix tablets that go along with the seed powder to the desired place in our body. So it is an effective drug delivery mechanism also. Now we are coming to one more aspect, that is tissue culture in Makhana. It has become successful. One of my PhD students did it at the laboratory of Jamia Hamdard in Delhi. Professor H.Y. Mohanaram, you must have heard of him. He was a professor of Delhi University, and he made several experiments with just a tissue culture of makhana, but couldn't succeed on account of contamination of microbes. But this was the need of the time, and it has been recently done. Now, since makhana is in high demand in several states of the country, and it's rather difficult to make its seeds available to the entire places, all the places where it is in high demand. So now tissue culture can come to the rescue of the needy persons, and the plants developed through tissue culture could be used for its plantation outside its place of original place of cultivation. Next one. Yes, sepal remedy I have already discussed. Yes. Yes, it has got a combination of both dicot and monocot characters. So evolutionarily also it is very significant. You can see root is fibrous. This is monocot character. Then cambium is absent. This is a monocot character. But venation is reticulate. That is a dicot character. Vessel are present. That is a dicot character. Germination is hypogeal. That is a monocot character. Then concentrically organized axial stem bundles are there, dicot character. Then scattered vascular bundles are there, monocot character. Then tetramere, trimere of the sepal is there, both dicot and monocot character. Then mesophyll of sepal is differentiated into dicot and monocot character.
Professor Jha, that will be good for botany students, but I think we have a general audience here. See if you can tell us what it means. Otherwise, you have to tell us what a dicot and a monocot is, because a lot of audience listeners here will want to know that. And how does it impact the plant?
Evolutionarily, it is very significant. Uh, yes, next one. A plant having two types of flowers. Just see, I have said clistogamous as well as chasmogamous. Clistogamous flowers, they do not open. They remain inside water surface. So I think self-pollination is there. But another flower is of chasmogamous type that comes above water, opens, and you can see. I have just used the example of Comelina. You can see on the right side, there is clistogamous flower in a single plant, and on left side there is chasmogamous flower. This situation is there in the case of Makhana also, and it is full of spines. हमारे इलाके में एक कहावत है कि जो आदमी अपने 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 विषय में बहुत बोस्ट करता है उसको कहा जाता है मखाना के पत्ते से मुंह पोंछ करके आओ. मतलब you cannot do it. It is so spiny that even if when you touch it you will get wounded. आपको blood will start coming out. इसीलिए ये कहावत हमारे इलाके में है. आप देखिए both the types of flowers develop into fruits that dehisce to release related seeds. The aerial flattens after floating for a few days on the water surface, lose color and thus facilitate the seeds to settle to the bottom. मैं आगे आपको दिखाता हूँ. Yes, just you can see how the fruits have burst. The fruit have burst, and the aerialated seeds just golden color. You can see the wily excreta wily excretion that is there on the water surface. Now these aerialated seeds, after flattening of aerials, fall down. Now just see the aerialated seeds how they are floating over the water surface, and for 3 to 4 days the aerial gets flattened, and then it falls down to the bottom. And from bottom, the fruit of makhana after removal of fruit coat. You can see here all these parts, they are full of nutrients, micronutrients, and this is the reason why the bottom, the muck at the bottom, detritus at the bottom is so rich in nutrients. All these parts are there, and nothing except seed is taken out of the system. Yes. Now a number of ethnic significance aspects is there. You can see the sacred thread. Starch of makhana is applied in strengthening the sacred thread. Just you can see the starch here also. Just see the fruits are there, LS is there. Then this just some yellowish green seeds are there. Then this after removal of the seed coat, the raw seed is there, cut into different parts, and on the right side you can see the crystalline particles of starch is there. Next one. Yeah, just see. In our area, we have a marital ritual called Kojagara on Ashwin Purnima day, in the night of Ashwin Purnima. Now, this festival is observed all through the country. Ashwin Purnima, Kahjagarti, who is awakened in that night, in the night of Ashwin Purnima. Now, in our area, in Mithila area, this festival is basically a marital ritual. Now, in the first year of the marriage, the parents of the bride, newly wedded bride, sends the gift of makhana to the groom, and it is a big festival in our area. Now this is distributed very ceremonially to the visitors there, kith and kin, friends, etc., etc. And the payas, that is kheer, dessert of makhana, is essentially prepared on that day. Various culinary preparations from makhana are being done nowadays. Now, you must have heard about dal makhani, a favorite dish of Punjab. Now, makhana dal makhani is being prepared. Same way, makhana pops are put into that dal makhani. Various other culinary preparations are being made. Whatsoever you can imagine, pasta is there, everything of all sorts, howsoever it is liked. Yes, makhana pops as a component of havan, just is havan samagri. Now this is used in our area as a havan samagri also. Next one. चलो बढ़ते एक्सपर्ट चलो इससे पहले मखाना कल्टीवेशन इसके बाद हाँ मखाना कल्टीवेशन could be extended to the non-traditional waterlogged areas. Yes, this year after the constitution of Makhana board, and Makhana has attracted the attention of people from far and wide. Even our prime minister, he has emerged as the brand ambassador of Makhana. He publicly speaks that out of 365 days a year, he consumes makhana 360 days. So he has become a brand ambassador of makhana itself. So 75% subsidy is provided to makhana cultivators, is being provided. Several makhana mahotsavs have been organized in Patna, Darbhanga, and even in Bengaluru. There is an expression has been there that makhana mahotsav needs to be organized in states outside Bihar. So recently in Bengaluru also it was observed. So yes. Yes, just see. Processing of seeds of Udel ferox for popping. Different sizes of seeds are utilized for grading of raw makhana seeds, and also that of pops also. Next one. You see, you can then post-harvest operation, drying, the room temperature, first roasting, second roasting. Now machines have been developed for all the processes of roasting also, primary roasting, secondary roasting. Then you can see, this is a place called Harda, alongside the bank of Harda river, a small river in Purnia town. Harda village is there. You can see how the fishermen, fishing community from Darbhanga and Madhubani, they migrate to all other areas. Now these days, Purnia division also is taking claim for setting up of housing of this Makhana board at Purnia also. Now those areas that is in Kosi belt, and the water table is also higher. So this is the situation popping at Harda village in Purnia district. You can see how they live there, how the investors they are making investments. Yes, intensive labor is required during the pop making, which is done at a very high surface temperature of 290 to 340 degrees Celsius. Working at this elevated temperature is dangerous. CFET, Ludhiana, has recently devised a machine for popping and decortication of makhana seeds. The new system facilitates continuous roasting and popping operations. It consists of a screw in conveyor type roaster and a centrifugal type popping unit that can also decorticate the conditioned seeds. This was not in practice earlier. The developed machine is capable of both popping and decorticating the gorgon nut if properly conditioned. The capacity of the developed system is about 40 kg of raw seeds, which can be easily scaled up or down. So CFET has done a very human work so far as the development of machines and their operations is concerned. CFET Makhana popping machine, you can see. Now at least 12 machines have been developed catering to the needs of different stages. Next one. Edible form of makhana. Pops are used as snacks. Sweetened form called makhana pagal, kheer, halwa, dal makhani, kofta, dam aloo, fried form, mostly used by those who perform the ritual fasts by frying makhana in ghee and adding rock salt to the same. Some other culinary items of makhana include palak makhana, makhana curry, makhana pulao, natti makhana curry, matar fool makhana, choco makhana, makhana chops, etc., etc. Now, So far as its religious use is concerned, the panjiri, that is one of the most favorite item at Mathura, Vrindavan. Now, makhana, panjiri is made by using makhana also as a component. So, Krishna Bhakts, they also do it. Next one. Yes, इससे पहले वाला. Areas of cultivation. Makhana is a macro hydrophyte cultivated as a crop in the stagnant water bodies of North Bihar, while its wild populations are available in different parts of northern India, China, Japan, Korea, etc. Its cultivation is localized in about 10 districts of Mithila area in North Bihar. It provides a major basis of livelihood to the fishing community of this area. They are dependent on integrated aquaculture of Makhana with both air breathing and culture fishes. Now, in China, the indigenous system of medicine is especially applicable to children that has Su Shin as a component, and Makhana item is used there, but no harvesting as such is used there. It has been there for centuries in Chinese system of indigenous medicine. In Japan also, we have come across a series of about formulations and NutriBar,
He has
Mission
joined back.
capsule, herbal suppository. Yes, should I stop? Yes, next one.
Yeah, go on.
Yes.
Um,
Should I, should I continue or I should stop?
You should keep it brief. I mean, if you can complete in the next 5 minutes and open for discussion, that will help you,
Yes,
Professor.
yes. I am doing that. Yes. Yes. A number of diseases, they also infest the plant, just Alternaria species, producing fungal leaf blight. Next one. This is one of the prominent fungal galls that develop on Makhana leaves during June onwards. Next one.
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead. Yes, these are the various diseases: aphids, caseworms, root borers, etc. Next one. Yes. Go ahead. Yes. Franklinia intonsa, then pupa of Donesia. Next one. Yes. So several types of, these days there is a problem regarding storability of Makhana pops. Now this is one of the major factor, how to store it for a longer period, because the pops get infested with insects and fungi. Yes, varieties I have already discussed. Katihar Makhana growers upbeat as prices stabilize after big jump. Now recently with Trump's plans, Makhana also faced problem. It is facing problem of टैक्सेशन डायबिटीज मरीजों के लिए मखाना लाभकारी. नेक्स्ट बढ़ते चलो. मखाना से कई गुना बढ़ सकती है आमदनी. बढ़ो. यस, बढ़ते चलो. हाँ, डाक विभाग देश के विभिन्न राज्यों में पहुंचाएगा मखाना. Yes, avenues ahead. There is a need to find out ways of utilization of the young plantlets, which are simply discarded to facilitate the full growth of a limited number of plants. Now, this is the young stage. You can see in this stage, it is full of secondary metabolites, which could be utilized also. Situation at Manipur. Now, there is no harvest practice as is there in our North Bihar. Now, in Manipur, angling method is used by the boat riders, and they collect the fruits from there. Now you see how they are using it for making cuisines in Manipur. Mature fruits of Thangjing as sold in the Ima market of Thangjing. Yes, go ahead. So GI tag, yes. बिहार की शाही लीची, कतरनी चावल, जर्दालू आम और मगही पान के बाद मखाना की GI टैगिंग की बारी. It has already been done. चलो बढ़ते चलो. Yes. कम बारिश ने किसानों को मखाना की खेती से कर दिया दूर. बढ़ो. हाँ. Yes, बढ़ी. ये जस्सी, ये दिस इज महाकाल ऑफ उज्जैन. ना वहां से वहां बने हुए मखान की माला महाकालेश्वर को पहनाई गई है, देवी को भी पहनाई गई है. यस, बिग ग्रैंड जस्ट गार्लैंड्स आर मेड ऑफ मखाना. बढ़ो आगे बढ़ो. ये बढ़ो. यस. हाँ, बढ़ो. Yes, ODOP, one district, one product. Several districts have been selected for under this scheme of ODOP. Next one. Yes. Chalo. Yes. I can. One aspect is that women, generally the rural women, they had no role in makhana cultivation earlier, but now they are having a role. This problem of global warming and climate change, this has provided an opportunity to the women also. Next one. You can see, yeah, just you see, how the women are collecting the plantlets and for transplantation elsewhere. So women have a role there. Earlier they were engaged in retail marketing. Next one. And popping also. That practice is done by women. Just see, plants are being, young plantlets are they being transported, transport on through truck. Next, just see. Chalo, baro. Yes, just see how the seeds are collected and bamboo appliances are there. Just see, pops. Makhana pops are there. Next one. Yeah, just see. What? Yeah, this is one of the very very क्या कहेंगे उसको scene, a pathetic scene when the plants are virtually dried. There is no water, and during peak summer season, the plants have dried, completely dried. So this is water is the most primary factor, limiting factor. You just see demonstration plot at KVK Jale, Darbhanga KVK. Next one. Next one. हाँ 10 जिलों के 3,000 गांवों में शुरू हुई मखाना की खेती. Now it has become makhana cultivation has become a buzzword here. Large number of people they are coming to it. Just see water being pumped in from outside in a makhana plot. Yes, the journalist of the Hindu had an occasion to visit these areas last year. Next one. Just see. Go ahead. Chalo. Yes, just see. A bird also is associated with makhana. Just see, you can watercock, and just it feeds upon the makhana fruits in younger stage. And our great paleobotanist Vishnu Mitre was of the opinion that makhana came here to India from European countries. Not only makhana, even nelambo, that is lotus also, came here before Vestuvian glaciation. It was there in European countries also, but nowadays a number of fossil species have been found from those areas. Just see, you can see how the bird feeds upon. Next one. चलो मखाना महोत्सव मखाना व्यंजन प्रतियोगिता हाँ बढ़ो. Yes, मखाना I have already discussed. Yes, just see, very recently, just 2 days back, this harvesting machine was on it. Its operation was shown to the farmers. This is news published in different newspapers of Darbhanga. मखाना बीज निकासी यंत्र का शीघ्र होगा निर्माण, किसानों को होगी सुविधा. मखाना उत्पादन में नई हार्वेस्टिंग मशीन आने से लागत घटकर होगी 1/4. नेक्स्ट चलो लागत घटेगी. Yes. So with this, I would like to come to a close so far as the significance, cultivation practice, then other processes, post-harvest operations, they are concerned. How makhana is working as an immunobooster, how it came to limelight during COVID period, how its importance is being realized, how more and more areas in Bihar, waterlogged areas in Bihar, as well as other states, even the southern states also, the move is on for growing makhana, making trials for it, and just making makhana an item, much sought after item globally. So thank you for providing me this opportunity.
Thank you, Professor Jha. Nice to see you in the traditional cap of yours. Or is it more wearing it? I don't know. Yeah. So,
I got my head tonsured on account of barshi of my mother. That's why I have put this cap.
Nice. May I request Rahulji to give us some opening notes? Then we will turn to Snehal Donde for some questions or observations, because she's working on things and she was keen on listening to this story. Rahulji.
Thanks, Professor, for a very detailed
sir.
The ecological part, rather the growth part and processing of makhana seeds. We are a group of friends with a focus on ecological role of vegetation. More so, with this respect of makhana, their role in elimination of heavy metals. As wetland vegetation, and you being a botanist specialist, can you throw some light on the allelopathic property? Because Makhana are a very slow growing vegetation amongst all wetland plants. And their affinity
Might
is allelopathic.
no study. Yes, yes, I understand. No study has been made on allelopathic aspects of makhana, but
Hmm.
you have seen how it grows in the ponds and tanks, and I think it occupies a very large space and doesn't allow sunlight to
No.
peep inside the water body where makhana
No.
grows. Entire surface is overarched with makhana leaves, so I think that doesn't leave much space for it because it is a single crop. It is a single crop. Uh, I think yes. One important aspect is that Makhana and lotus. I couldn't show you the slide. There are places where Makhana as well as lotus, both of them they grow together. And earlier, most of these ponds, these tanks, were infested with lotus only, and Makhana emerging as a more rewarding economic crop. So it happens that when most of them they are government ponds, they are leased out to the needy persons. So when 1 year, 2 years, if there is no leasing out of the pond area, so in that case, lotus rhizomes are already there in the pond. Even if the pond have dried, the rhizomes are already there, and they sprout. They come over the when water is there. They come over the water just like. And makhana is also an annual crop. This lotus is a perennial crop. Both of them they exist together. So there is a need how allelopathy can work in growing of both the aquatic plants of the same family together. This type of I think interest has not been there. It has not been investigated as such, but this could be done.
No, I fully agree with you, and that part is very clear. My question was more pertaining to the affinity of this vegetation for heavy metals like cadmium,
Yes,
strontium,
yes,
lead, mercury. This wetland vegetation have a specific role which do not require high organic load, but they are specialized for metal absorption.
yes, yes.
And
I had an occasion to get the random samples analyzed at National Botanical Research Institute for the heavy metals aspect also. And the random samples, they showed heavy infestation of these heavy metals. So this was the case. And Dr. Hariharan sir had just made a mention that no chemical free, something like that. So when it was grown under traditional practice, so nothing was taken outside and nothing was just put to the crop from outside also. Uh, there were, but when the large scale use of fertilizers and pesticides started being there in Makhana also, so the water from outside, because uh, outside Makhana plot, outside Makhana pond, there are agricultural farms there, agricultural plots there. So the effluents they come from these plots during rainy season because it is rain fed, mostly rain fed. Now since last 1 or 2 years, yes, there has been a practice of growing makhana in a smaller plots also. But you cannot check the infiltration of water, polluted water, loaded with heavy metals into these ponds. So this is one of the major hindrance in its export to affluent countries. So there it is just whenever heavy metals are made naturally there. So this is also one of the aspects that need to be taken care of.
thank you, sir. Thank you.
Professor Jha, what is your estimate of the yield per say equivalent of an acre of such a water body for Makhana produce? What would be the approximate yield?
Yes, that aspect is they have studied it. I have not studied it. They have
You,
studied it. are there.
I see.
These
Okay.
are there. There is a question: is there Makhana cultivation in different regions of India? If so, please specify species and variety used widely. Dr. This is, as I have already discussed, this is a genus, single species, single extant species here. And other extinct species also there. They have become fossilized. But in India, there is single species, that is Ural ferox, and two varieties have emerged. One is Sabor Makhana 1, one is agriculture called under Bihar University Sabor. And next one is Swarna that was developed by Research Center for Makhana at the. So both these varieties are there. Now they are in high demand. Recently, there has been a supply, supply of Makhana seeds to Madhya Pradesh, to Chhattisgarh. So large scale production of seeds is also there. Government provides subsidy and inputs to the farmers, and they are doing it. They are doing it. This year, approximately
Mm,
35 hectare area has been brought under Makhana cultivation, roughly 2.5 to 3 times the earlier one, the previous year, as compared with the previous year. So we expect a boost in Makhana cultivation, both of its raw seeds as well as of crops also.
35 hectares is nothing, Professor Jha. I mean, compared,
Yes.
I mean, considering the fact that Bihar claims to be the largest producer of Makhana, what do you think that figure is? Now, for instance,
Gradually, I have already said that waterlogged areas are there in other districts also. But
mhm,
traditionally, it was only the non-calcareous zone where Makhana got cultivated. But now, since there is much of a stress on raising its production as well as its productivity, now more and more areas are Makhana
yeah,
cultivation. Earlier
okay.
it was under pond system, but now it is under field system, plot system also. So gradually we will see in different waterlogged districts of our own state as well as in other states also. Recently, I had a discussion with a secretary principal scientist, Dr. Rajesh Kulkarni. He said that means are in demand in
Okay.
Harjanpur area of West Bengal. There also there is no.
Mm. Okay. Adrian Nihal, do you have any question to ask? Adrian,
Yes,
Yeah,
you have any questions to ask him? Ask Professor Jha.
I
Adrian,
have one question. Yes, sir.
audible.
Yes, please. Who is that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
myself, no, myself, Professor uh, Dilip Jha from Nepal.
Yes, yes, please.
I, I thank Professor Jha for very informative and nice presentation.
Okay.
And can it be, especially Makhana, can it be grown eh, along the Mahabharat range or Shivalik range in the areas of Nepal? Because the
Are there
Tarai
water
parts of Nepal, Tarai
are there
parts of Nepal and Bihar is
are
a similar range, but
yes,
is
I have
in the higher
already
altitudes.
discussed. I have already discussed that the
Yes,
Tarai region of Nepal, the districts of Tarai region of Nepal, in between Kosi and Bagmati, Makhana grows there in those areas. And if waterlogging is there in Mahabharat range, waterlogging, I think throughout logging of 2 to 3 feet, if it is there, yes, you can go ahead with the trial of Makhana cultivation. In the beginning, in initial 1 to 2 years, it may not be so good, but recently with the deposition of muck, with the deposition of detritus, I think it would succeed. It would go ahead. You can go ahead with it.
thanks, sir. Thanks.
You are yourself a fisheries expert, so I think with this angle also in view, you can make the trial. You start with the trial.
No, you are right, sir. But that it's in higher altitudes temperature is low. Water temperature goes down to 10 degrees Celsius. In Tarai part,
Wild
no problem.
wild populations of
Yeah.
Makhana, that is Jowar, are available in the temperate lakes of Kashmir also in wild stage. Of course, cultivation is not there. And recently, NRCM, National Research Center for Makhana at Darbhanga, has signed an MOU with Kashmir Agriculture University. Yes, for cultivation of Makhana in that area. So it was earlier, some negative situation was there, but I think there is sufficient scope for trying Makhana cultivation in all the areas where water logging is there.
Many thanks, sir.
Yes,
Thanks.
yes, Adrian, you want to speak? Go on, please.
Yes, good evening, all.
Yes.
Yeah. Regarding that, we are the area working. There is a lot of paddy we are growing in that area. So
Voice is not clear. Voice is not clear.
Yeah, your voice, you have to keep the mic closer to you, Adrian.
okay, sir. I'll go for the chat, sir.
Okay. No, chat, no. But just, I think you have in your audio, you have a problem. Okay. Anyway, anyone else that wants to speak up? Ajit Seshadri, do you want to say something? Good evening to you. No. Okay. Gopalji, I'll turn to you. Gopal Dalmia, can I first turn to you and then to the other Gopalji? Yes, please.
Good evening.
Good evening. Namaskar. Yes.
Namaskar to everybody. My slight doubt in the waterborne filtration systems, as I had heard some lectures long ago, that plants normally remove toxins from the water, and that is taken up by the plant itself. And when the plant is removed from the water body or dies naturally, then it releases it back to the nature. Perhaps Rahulji can throw some light on it. This is only what I have heard in a lecture long time ago. This is from my vague memory.
So far as Makhana is concerned, there is a mention that it is also a perennial plant, just like lotus. Yes, in literature we have heard about it, we have found it. But so far as the practice is concerned, Makhana is not perennial in our North Bihar wetlands because it is a crop. And for making harvest from the pond bottom, I have seen that after bursting of fruits, the seeds float for 3 to 4 days, and then they go back to the bottom. And it is from bottom that ये झाड़ू जिसको लगाना बोलते हैं, the seeds are taken out through this process. Just so it is not allowed to remain perennial. And the problem of toxin that you have discussed, I think it would apply more so when the plant is perennial, and there would be an cumulative effect. But Makhana is a crop, and as such, it is an annual crop. And plants are not allowed to stay at well. When the crop is mature, entire plant is destroyed. Entire plant, the whole canopy just vanishes and goes to the bottom. And from there, they just जिसको गोता लगाना बोलते हैं, गोता लगा करके नाव की सहायता से वो सारा कलेक्ट करते हैं सारे सीड्स को, दे ब्रिंग इट एशोर, किनारे पर लाते हैं और वहां जाकर के फिर द फर्दर प्रोसेस स्टार्ट्स. सो यदि टॉक्सिन का कोई प्रॉब्लम होगा भी तो मैं नहीं समझता कि उतना सिग्निफिकेंट होगा, because it is not, the plant is not allowed to stay there. It is simply an annual crop. And
Professor Jha, there is one question for you from one Mr. Santana Gopal.
yes,
He asks you, is Makhana in Bihar grown on public water bodies or also in private water bodies of farmers? Second is,
both the types. Public water bodies which are not so deep, under technical word I will call it dilapidated. These ponds, all public ponds, they are settled. They are settled by the government for PC culture as well as for Makhana culture also. And people are now growing. There has been a trend and I think it is in a good direction. And that they have started cultivating makhana even in one kattha area, just 2 feet, 2 feet, 2.5 feet deep water. They just take underground water. They have pumps. They take underground water and are growing it. They have started for the last 2 to 3 years. This practice has been much more there, much more in practice.
Are there other states that you know of where Makhana is being nurtured for
Yes,
cultivation?
yes, sir. I have already told you in Chhattisgarh,
Yes,
KVK, Chhattisgarh, it is being done,
you did.
and UP. Recently, I had just phone from Unnao area,
Uh-huh.
Unnao, UP,
Correct.
UP. There,
Yes.
there it is being done in Sitapur area near Lucknow. There
Right.
also it is being done in the scientists from National NRCM, that is National Research Center for Makhana. They
Mm-hmm.
have been approached by the tea gardens of Assam. And they have
Mm-hmm.
sufficient wetland areas in the tea garden area. So scientists from Darbhanga and NRCM they visited just the tea gardens of Assam, and they are in the process of making MOU. And it was there in Assam also. Nikhori under wild condition was there, and the fishing community from our area, they used to go there, to migrate there, and collect the wild seeds from there, and they bring it those seeds to Katihar area in Bihar, and there the popping
Right.
was done. So this practice was there. Now it is being given a more organized shape. So this is
Mm-hmm.
the case of Assam. Then in Manipur, as I have already told you, that Manipur, the seeds are collected in the fruit form. Fruit itself is collected through angling, and is being its vegetative parts. Vegetative parts of the fruit are being used for as salad, as singju, as iromba, chutney, etc., etc. This practice is there in Manipur, but no popping is done. Professor Asha Gupta organized an international conference there. She was there at this Central University of Manipur. I requested her to take up this one, and there is a need that we in Mithila area in Bihar also. We here also it is only the pops that are known by the people. They use only pops. No vegetative parts are used in our area. And I have already showed you that during February, March, when the young plants are there, you can see their color, flavonoids, etc., etc. All forms of secondary metabolites are that stage. In that stage, simply the plants are extricated and thrown out, if not used for transplantation. So that way there is a wastage, and in that stage, young stage,
Right.
those plants could be used, those could be harnessed for the number of secondary metabolites that are there. Makhana is
Right.
full of secondary metabolites having medicinal properties, and that could be put to use. Our student has done this gas chromatographic analysis and has found a number of secondary compounds that could be used to use, put to use. So that's there.
Love.
In
What?
UP, it is being started. In West Bengal, I have already told you in Harishanpur area, Makhana cultivation is done on an extensive scale. In Bangladesh also, wild population is there, and there also in Bangladesh also. 2 years back, an entrepreneur, an Indian entrepreneur from our area, he was approached by Sri Lankan government through some agency that Makhana cultivation should be done in Sri Lanka also. And then the turmoil started there, and it could not go ahead. But always there is a scope that Makhana cultivation. Earlier there was a notion that non-calcareous soil is not better for Makhana cultivation,
Got.
but that notion is no more there. In this age of chemical soil amendment, there is always a scope, and just possible that initial 1 to 2 years it might not provide much dividend, but if you continue with the process and water logging is there, rains are there, underground water is there, I think one can go ahead with the process, with the practice.
Great. Any last notes from you, Rahulji? And Adrian, I will give you Professor Jha's number. You can speak to him tomorrow or something and see if he will help
Okay,
you.
okay, 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 okay.
Yes, Rahulji. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. My special interest was not the food value of makhana.
Mm.
the ecological role or seed production is in one area of a vegetation, but affinity for heavy metals more so in a volcanic region where surface runoff brings more heavy metals besides industrial effluents. And unless this is well studied, industrial effluent treatment will never meet the expectations required. Thank you, sir.
Got it.
Luckily, luckily,
Yes.
in the water bodies where makhana is grown doesn't have big industries. Yeah, and the agricultural runoff is there that comes into the Makhana water bodies, and on that count, the random sampling and random analysis that I got at NBRI Lucknow yielded a big amount of just these heavy metals, lead, cadmium, etc. That just preliminary analysis was there. Just organized analysis has not been done as yet. And I think Makhana in big countries, in affluent countries, you think just Trump Sahab has made just this taxation, heavy taxation. Later it was withdrawn also. So that question would emerge, that would stay there, that heavy metal contamination, then residual pesticides, etc. They are also, there is also a need to just have this dimension also investigated. And I think these days we are talking of organic makhana. It is simply not possible because you cannot check agricultural runoffs from entering into the water body. And it is under deeper situation. Water logging is there, it would remain there. So you cannot check it. Simply you cannot check it. For that, if you want to go for organic makhana cultivation, no entry of water, no entry or no just going out of water, this situation has to be controlled. And only then you can think of organic makhana. Yes, agricultural runoff from side by agricultural areas, ponds, just edible plots. This situation is there, that would remain there. But I think right now, this is not a priority for us. The priority before us right now is to enhance its production as well as productivity. It is at a later stage when we would be discussing organic makhana. Then this problem would emerge and we would discuss.
Sir, my point was not organic or food.
Yeah.
If any specific laboratory studies is done on this wetland vegetation, wherever the industries are, which have a very high heavy metal discharge, the most efficient water treatment plant would come from the wetlands vegetation if studied well. So you may not have much of the industries. That's fortunate. You are a lucky region. But wherever there are more industrial effluents and which are creating a headache for all
Yes,
the
yes.
peoples and
That,
authorities.
that we are visualizing, but that would be at a later stage. Right now, there is a issue of raising its production as well as
We'll
production.
leave that there. So, Smita Venkatesh, you are here. As a water professional, do you have any question for him? Then I will turn to our Snehal Donde after you. She's from Bombay. Smita Venkatesh, anything from you?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir,
Yes.
I was just curious. Sorry, I joined the webinar a little late. I just was curious to ask, sir, can makhana be grown in any kind of this thing means throughout pan India? It can be grown anywhere, or
Yes, I have already told. I have already
yes, yes.
discussed
Yeah,
that it
yes.
is
Okay, okay.
it is being cultivated in
Huh.
our South Bihar also, districts of South Bihar, which are not known for growing it. Then
Okay.
nearby UP state, Madhya Pradesh state, Chhattisgarh state, West Bengal.
Sir,
Yes,
one
Smita.
more question
Adjoining,
is,
adjoining,
it was already, means I think somebody already asked about,
even
how
Telangana.
organic it is.
I am answering your question.
That again he has
District,
answered for just now.
district,
He has said it
a
is organic.
district,
Okay,
a district
Professor, go on.
administration from Telangana has approached NRCM Darbhanga for starting cultivation there in Telangana also. Recently, I had a request from Kerala University professor to make him available Makhana seeds. I did it, but it has not germinated. But I think sooner or later, when waterlogged situation is there, and it would continue to be so, trials would be made with Makhana in all states. So
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
maybe
Thank
the
you. Thank you.
soil condition, soil characteristic may
Yes.
provide a hindrance in the beginning. But I think later, with increase in the organic matter content of the
Yeah.
water body, I think you can go ahead. One can go ahead.
Nehal, don't
Thank you, sir.
anything, please.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, Vidyanath Jha ji, it was a very excellent presentation by you. And at this age, also, you are doing so energetically this work and trying to propagate it at all the places. But yes, what Raval ji has also raised the question, we were looking forward to that answer. And today, the situation is that everybody wants to go ahead with commercial productions and just going after the more productions of it, but ignoring the fact that it is having so much of pollutants in it. And then you were also mentioning about it is good for the diabetic persons also, although it is having 70% of the carbohydrates and fats is there, you said. But the carbohydrate itself is bad for the diabetic persons, and we are saying that it's good for the diabetes. Main thing is about same, again I repeat that what Ravalji said, that we were looking forward to some vegetation which is able to give us both ecological and economical valuation. So that way we were looking forward to. But as such, what you said, that today, whichever, whether it is the corporate house or it is the academics, it is all focusing on the just production, ignoring the fact that there is today, what is the context, that today what is the complex situation before us is we have to get rid of these kind of heavy metals or any pollutants which is getting into our all these kind of important food products. So in that case, we have to somewhere work out on this also, that how this is possible and how we can reduce. Because I was in Bihar, the Jal Jeevan Haryali mission. Under Jal Jeevan Haryali mission also, everywhere this Makhana is being propagated, and SHGs are being given opportunities to come forward, and women empowerment, and so much is happening. But still, I think as an academic institution, we have to also work on some type of bioremediation while we are doing this Makhana cultivation, so that at least we should be sure enough. Because while you were talking about exporting it to the Western countries, they don't allow, because they are very, very careful about such things, that if it is having
Yes.
some pollutants and all, they will never allow it. But in India, everything and anything goes on. So at least to take care of our people, academic institutions have to work for it. And I think you have students and everyone where some interjections can be done and some solutions should be coming out. Because most of the places I know in Bihar also, surface water, not much of the surface water is used. It is all the borewell water which is being used for pumping out and then doing such kind of a cultivations and all. So that is more in Bihar region. That is what I have seen. So please talk about that.
Yes,
Can
yes,
I come in for
correct.
a
Your observations are right.
What?
One important aspect I missed, that is about spermatogenic properties of Makhana. Just like anti-obesity aspect on account of being fatless, I have discussed this aspect. In Ayurveda, there is a mention that Makhana has got Virjavardhak spermatogenic properties. It is there in Ayurveda, but experimental verification ought to have been done. And recently, I came across Professor Radha Chaubeji of Zoology Department of Banaras Hindu University. We were together in a conference at Chitrakoot. I requested her to kindly just verify the claims in Ayurveda, and she took up the experiment for more than 6 months, and publication has been made that Makhana has got spermatogenic properties. So this ancient knowledge assumption has been experimentally substantiated. So I think two aspects are there related with the export potentialities of Makhana. One is that it is fatless, so I think it would be in high demand if properly इसका प्रचार यदि हो ठीक से तो in countries having much infestation of obesity, this fatless diet would be in high demand if proper advertisement is made. Second aspect is spermatogenic property of this Makhana that has been experimentally substantiated. In those countries where the population is going down, there is decline. I think there also Makhana could have a prospect in increasing the process of spermatogenicity. So that is, these two aspects need to be advertised in a more organized manner. So that is the need of the time, I think.
Professor, if I can connect Dr. Donde's points with your explanation, more production, more food means more fertilizers,
Yes,
more phosphate, nitrates on one end.
yes,
And
yes.
on the other hand, we talk about contamination and phosphate and nitrate and wastewater incoming. My question was different. Wetland vegetation demands very low strength organic load water, meaning very diluted water. And slow growing wetlands have specialized for metal absorption, where more food meaning more phosphates and nitrate is not an equation. Wetland vegetation should be viewed as a special natural mechanism to deal with heavy metals. Because the moment we talk about more seed and more food, it means we will use more fertilizers.
Okay, okay.
So there is a
In our
contradiction.
area,
Wastewater
sir,
and sorry,
I
yeah, आप
have come
बोलिए.
across a situation. जब मैं अपनी पीएचडी कर रहा था, हमारी यूनिवर्सिटी कैंपस में एक ऐसा प्लॉट था जिसमें कि मखाना भी होता था और गेहूं भी होता था. मखाना की साइकिल स्टार्ट्स विद जनवरी एंड गोज अप टू अगस्त. तो अर्ली वेराइटी ऑफ व्हीट वो दिसंबर में वो लगाते थे, ब्रॉडकास्ट करते थे, और अप्रैल आते आते उस गेहूं को वो काट लेते थे. और उसके बाद फिर अप्रैल के एंड तक दे यूज टू ट्रांसप्लांट मखाना प्लांटलेट्स, सेम प्लॉट. हाँ, उसमें एक सुविधा थी वाटर इनलेट और आउटलेट की. तो ऐसे सिचुएशन में मखाना का जो ऑर्गेनिक मैटर था उसका फायदा आपको गेहूं को होता था, और गेहूं में जो भी उसमें जो फर्टिलाइजर यूज होता था उसका फायदा मखाने को होता था. तो ये सिचुएशन अभी भी एग्जिस्ट करता है. कई जगह लोग आलू लगा लेते हैं, मखाना लगा लेते हैं, उसके साथ साथ आलू भी आपको इसके बाद मखाना के बाद. तो इस तरह से ये साइकिल चलता है, और यहाँ के जो फार्मर्स हैं और उसी तरह से फिर मछली भी पाल लेते हैं. तो जहाँ कहीं भी जो संभावना है, फार्मर्स दे आर डूइंग इट. हाँ, हैवी मेटल्स जिसकी बात आप कर रहे हैं बहुत ही सिग्निफिकेंट क्वेश्चन है, लेकिन मेरा मानना है कि अभी थोड़ा सा हम लोग उसको बहुत ज्यादा प्रायोरिटी न दें. वो सेकेंडरी स्टेज में ये बात आनी चाहिए, आएगी ही, इसको रोका नहीं जा सकता है.
आप जो इलाके की बात कर रहे हैं, वहां ट्यूबवेल पानी है, एंड ऑल दोज रीजन अंडर वाटर ग्राउंड वाटर आर लोडेड विद मेटल्स.
यस, सर्टेनली
सो
ये तो है.
हाँ, बस ये मैं समझने की
ये बहुत पर्टिनेंट क्वेश्चन है, बट शुड बी टेकन अप लेटर एट ए लेटर स्टेज.
Okay. Well, it's 7:30. Thank you so much, Professor Jha, for being with us. Thank you to Snehal Donde, to Adrian, of course, to both the Gopaljis as well as our Ravalji for having been present. Today's, I think at the end of it, we are hearing that Professor Jha believes that we must have first the focus on getting a larger spread of the cultivation of Makhana, and then look for the refinements on the quality of the produce or on the ecological aspects of it. I think that's what I'm hearing.
Yes, certainly.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Professor Jha, once again. And we shall close the session today.